What's good, everybody? This is Dylan with Duel Radio, and we are here with Bader for the D&B Radio Show. What's up, Bader?
What's up? What's up?
Are you excited to do this, or at least as excited as I am?
I am. I'm a little tired,
Hey, that happens. We're here, and we get to talk about some fun stuff this week. I mean, not that we don't get to talk about fun stuff all the time, but this week's going to be kind of special because this is officially week number 1. So, I mean, I can't say that we're completely ironed out all of the kinks, and we are still working on creating a full schedule. But we're way beyond where we were last week. So, I definitely think we are in a good spot. So, I think this week, things I want to hit are topics are going to be locals. Obviously we want to talk about what happened this week because, locals are great. Lots of fun stuff happening there. I think Bader and I are going to play a chess game at some point throughout the night. And then he's waiting. It sounds like you're waiting anyway. You're just itching. You got the game up and ready to go.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm playing a warm-up game right now.
I have not played any sort of games yet, but we'll see how it turns out for me. I think we're gonna play a 3-2 today. Or actually, no, let's just play a straight 5-minute game. Because I don't want to
I'll give you the heads up. After that warm-up game, I'm not feeling too well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, well, after our chess game, I don't know if there's any sort of set releases that you have in your mind. There's really not too much that comes to my mind. So the set releases is going to be a little bit shorter this week, but I do kind of want to talk about some fab releases. Oh no, there's some Pokemon stuff coming out too, yeah?
Yes.
See, this is that part of the show we'll get ironed out next week or maybe the week after. But, we're here this week and we're already going, so after we hit up some of the set releases, talk about some of that, we will have some opinion pieces. And I think this week we want to talk about Floodgates if we have time. But not to keep us, from doing the things we want to do. Let's get into this week at locals. I'll kick us off just because I'm already talking, and I'm gonna get you a little bit of time so you can wake up a little bit. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay. So this week I played in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and a Flesh and Blood tournament. Not that it's super relevant. I mean, it is kind of relevant, but I went to 2 locals this week and they're different games. Yay me. My Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Oh, actually, I mean, I guess I could start Flesh and Blood, but we're starting Yu-Gi-Oh. It's great, but we'll start Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Renmaju as I do, and I played. My round 1 was against Stun, and game 1 it was pretty slow. I mean, it's really funny. I opened both Lightning Storm that I can legally play in my deck, and that was the game. I lost. He beat me round 1, or not round 1, but game 1. Game 2, I just have a monster, and then he just can't get over it. Game 3, this man has Fossil Dyna and Moon Mirror Shield. And then some set cards. As he's setting these cards, I mean, this is his first turn, I imperm the Fossil Dyna, and then I special summon a Bestial. So I have a big monster to get over it. But I have more stuff in my hand, and then I have... Oh, wait, no, I had to have... I don't remember exactly what happened, but I may have been a... No, it may have been a turn or two, but in that time, I have managed to set an imperm and wait for it. And, stun games, they just kind of we just pass turns back and forth. I'm not exactly sure at what point this happened, but I had summoned a monster the turn he summons Fossil Dyna because I impermed it. But he had set cards that he had just set, so he couldn't use them. And then we go to the next turn, and I flip over Imperm, and he flips Judgment. And I'm like, oh, thank God I at least have this monster to get over this, because I would be in a world of hurt. And then I think about it, I'm like, he still has Moon Mirror Shield. I can't just run this thing over. So I'm like, well, I need to find something, uh, like real fast. Then I'm thinking about it. I have Forbidden Lance in my hand, and I was like, man, I wonder if this works like I think it does. So I lance the Fossil Dyna, and then I go to battle. I just run it over, and he doesn't even like think twice about it. So I'm like, all right, sick. But yeah, so I kill the Fossil Dyna. We finished that game. I end up winning. And I went to the judge afterwards and was like, how does this work? And he was like, no, you played it correctly. So I'm like, sick. But yeah, Moon Mirror Shield does not give Fossil Dyna attack. So my 2500 Bestial runs over this Fossil Dyna, and I end up winning the game because of it. So Forbidden Lance, winning me a game. That game anyway. My round 2, I had to play Fire King Snake Eye. And that's just tough. I mean, it's not like unwinnable. I mean, they have the Arvada negate, but it's not an unwinnable game. I take him to game 3 just because he wins game 1. Game 2, I play Banquet of Millions, and that just messed him up for a little bit. Got him out of his mojo, and then I took game 2, but then game 3, he just finishes me out. Unfortunate, but that's what's going to happen. And then game 3, I played against, it was the White Forest Fiendsmith deck. I'm not sure if there's any other conglomerates in that. So, I mean, and that's a tough deck, dude. Like, it's hard to play through. Like, just having interactions on my turn isn't always going to be, game winning, but I mean, when you can activate like 7 cards in my turn, that's probably pretty good. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those. I not that I like, oh man, I got to win every single game. I didn't. I kind of went to that game knowing that I wasn't probably gonna win, but we tried. We gave it our best. We gave it 100%. And before that game, before we even started, he looked at, I was making jokes about the podcast because he came in, he was like, oh, Mr. Duel Radio. I'm like, yep, like every white guy in America, I'm here to start my podcast. And he said that he listened to us last week. So if you're out, I'm not trying to out you at locals or anything like that, but I appreciate, actually coming to me and telling me, hey, I listen. That means a lot to, at least to me. So, thank you for that. Not only listening, but actually willing to come and tell me, hey, I listened to it. I like, that means a lot. But yeah, that was my Yu-Gi-Oh event on Tuesday. And then on Monday, I played Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood for me this week was rough. It was just, I kept misplaying, and I kept getting frustrated because I kept misplaying, and it just didn't feed well for me. So Flesh and Blood, great game, but you definitely have to know your lines and don't trip, because your opponents might not let you get back up.
Kind of like Magic and Pokemon, where it's like a mana resource game?
Yes. So each card is worth a set amount of value for mana. Like red cards are worth 1 mana, yellow cards are worth 2 mana, and then blue cards are worth 3 mana. And the effects on the cards say Wounding Blow. Wounding Blow has a red card, a yellow card, and a blue card. The red card is for 4, the yellow card's for 3, and the blue card's for 2, I think. But as you get to make more mana with the card, the weaker the effect on the card becomes. So yeah, it's a resource game. You draw cards at the end of your turn, so you're trying to use your whole, not every turn, but most of the time you're trying to use your whole hand to either not take damage from your opponent or send more damage at your opponent. So it's a very math game because you have to know how much mana you're going to make. You have to know how much damage you can do. You have to roughly know about how much damage your opponent's about to try and do. You have to know how to manage like your cards because I don't think that fatigue is like rare in any card game. People, I mean, mill is very popular, but I think fatigue in Flesh and Blood, like it's a strategy and it's kind of tough if you can't push through. Like you just lose all of your cards trying to send attacks at your opponent and they can just block them out. So you got to know what you're doing when it comes to that. And know the matchups because you got to know which decks are going to be trying to do that and which decks are not. So, I mean, yeah, Flesh and Blood's a very like complex game. I'll say I won't try to explain the whole game right now because if anybody wants that, they can probably watch a YouTube video for it. But definitely a fun game. Definitely where I would want to be spending most of my time. As much as I love Yu-Gi-Oh, Flesh and Blood definitely is the game that scratches the itch right now. Anyway.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like complex, like math number games, like trying to do math. So
Yeah,
definitely something I can look into.
yeah. Maybe we can sit at locals in some time and I can at least play a game or two with you, or at least give you the rundown and show you what's up.
Yeah, no, I'd 100% be down for that. You know where I'll be on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of Tuesdays and Saturdays, how did your Tuesdays and Saturdays go?
So usually, you probably know I judge Saturday locals for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but this last Saturday I did decide to play because it was the Rarity Bonanza event, and I did win our afternoon Saturday Bonanza event with White Forest Zamina toy box,
Okay.
and it was pretty cool. My round four opponent made a little, I can't really say little, made a huge misplay. We were in game one, which kind of threw me off. I start my turn off by summoning Diabellstar, the Black Witch, and activating her effect. He says, choosing to go Smolder and Swoopy Dogwood. Game one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I was like, okay. And then I set my spoils spell, and he said, do I gain life yet? Like, when am I going to gain my life? I was like, so Black Witch doesn't activate the summon. So he's like, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm like, doesn't. Call the judge, and we called the judge. He said that the Black Star or the Star does not start chain. And he was kind of upset, so I normal summoned one White Force monster, searched for my White Force trap, set it, and pass turn. I didn't special summon anything. After he activated Soupy Dogwood, he went down to 4,000 life. Then he draws for turn, looks at me, sets one card face down, and passes. And I was like, well, during your end phase, I'm gonna activate the trap, summon a guy from the deck, synchro summon, get some advantage and whatnot. And then it did come to my turn. I was like, I'm just gonna go straight into battle phase. Like, okay. Activate one guy. He's like, yep. I was like, attack with the other guy. He's like, I guess I'll activate him for nothing. I'm like,
uh,
awesome.
thanks.
Yeah. And then game two for Saturday for like the final round. I found out he was playing Exodia,
Oh,
which I guess I didn't know this, but the fusion Exodia, if it lives a turn, the next standby phase, you lose 1,000 life.
oh,
Which I wasn't aware of, so I guess I get that for the Scooby Dogwood deck, but seemed suspicious to me.
yeah. I don't know. That doesn't really seem like something I would want to play, but you know.
Yeah. So game two, he activated Shifter, and I was like, well, Shifter's pretty good against White Forest and the Bellstar, so normal summon my lady who searches for a White Forest spell trap, attack, set my trap, pass. And then he just kept opening, I guess, like two of the field spell, one of the guy who searches the field spell, two shifter, and I'm like,
So going before we go into you winning on Saturday, that I'm not sure if it was the same opponent, but I did actually have that scenario happen to me. I think last Tuesday, where I at the start of my turn activated Bestial, and they say yeah that's fine, and then because I think I drew it for turn, and then I think I what was my inherent summon? I had an inherent God what which was it? Um huh. Oh no, I think he got rid of it because I think I tried to do it in an end phase and I don't think he let it summon because I think my inherent summon was Fenrir. And he was like upset that Fenrir like doesn't activate to summon. And he was like, "Well, I thought it was part of his effect." And I was like, "Well, I mean, it's not it's an effect to it's not an effect to summon, it's his condition to summon." He's like he called the judge as well, and he got told that, and then and then just to add salt to it, after that I normal summoned Tour Guide, and then I special summoned Gren Maju with zero attack and defense, and I'm like, oh wait, if I make anything, you're just gonna gain life. All right, well I think I'm gonna pass here, and then just didn't make anything. Yep. And then I think he halved his life that turn or the turn before, and then he halves his life with the spooky dogwoods. So now he's at like 2K. I'm like, uh-huh. And I think Fenrir single handedly won me that game because like outside of him, summoning for God, I don't remember Wyatt because I don't remember how exactly he got rid of the bestial because like I knew because like I was thinking it was like, why didn't you just activate the dogwood on the bestial? But he didn't. So I'm really like I got to remember what inherent summon I even have that's outside of Fenrir because it might not have been Fenrir, but regardless, that's the scenario that happened. And yeah, dogwood's a silly card. Don't play it in game one.
He was quite obviously a little upsetty spaghetti.
But
Since I don't play the other card games, I also went to Tuesday locals. The same exact deck. I went 3-1 with that because I was a silly goose and I let my opponent play a little slower than I feel like they should have, and just we had a 45-minute game one.
ugh, that's always rough because it's like I mean I know some two like when you pair two decks, sometimes you can get gains that go that long, but I really don't think that it should. I feel like yeah, I mean, like, and I feel like in tier elements, like that could happen with both players, just because both players are adding to a chain and you're confirming chains, and then it actually takes a while to actually play the game. It's not one to two players just sitting and thinking, doing nothing, and then I'm gonna resolve one chain, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit and think some more. All right, we're gonna resolve one chain. It's
Yeah, especially like when I mean it's local, so like it's I don't know, you're pretty much friends or anymore.
yeah,
Just put my hand down and tell him like pop off and he's taking a lot of time thinking about what to normal summon, taking it back. Like, oh, okay. Like usually I can smack this around left and right, willy nilly, but I just silly goosed myself into time.
yeah. Well, what did we learn? If we care about the game, we have to make sure that our opponents are playing in a timely manner.
Yeah, that's why I said I was the silly goose for that one. I know now.
Yeah,
Polite saying, can you pick up these pins?
hey, I know you're thinking, but I'm going to need you to think just a point five faster, just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I definitely get that. Well, do you have any cool stories that happened to you that you would love to share in the past week?
Next week.
this would be anything in card game, at locals, outside of the card game, in the parking lot, at Walmart. I really don't care.
Yeah, well, locals. In the middle of all my matches, I'm hearing from across the room, everyone screaming, Vader! Vader! I got a six samurai card next to me.
That's awesome, though.
And I have my six samurai binder collection next to me, and within like the first day of the set release, I already had, I don't know, probably like 80% of what I needed finished. And then now I'm just getting like the final play sets of what I need.
Okay, well, okay, well, how many like packs or cases did that group even open? Because they were cracking packs.
I think it was 12 boxes.
Oh my gosh, man. If I mean that's crazy. I mean, if there was like a 4,000 card, it wasn't 4,000 cards, but I mean, it's a high card set. So I mean, it's cool that they pulled stuff for you at least. Like, I mean, I thought it was cool for you. Hopefully, I can't really say too like anything real interesting. My whole week has been just learning my new job and like playing Call of Duty. That's really the big things that I've done this week. So I can't really say that I'm too interesting of a person, but I I'm trying to think. Call of Duty has been great. Like honestly, it's been interesting to like actually want to play a Call of Duty game. Like I've actually like wanted to play the game, which is weird for like I don't know games that I played back in high school.
How much multiplayer do you play? Because I used to be very big into multiplayer. And like the last multiplayer I played though was Black Ops 2.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's pretty much strictly to zombies. Yeah. I loaded up a multiplayer game. My KD was 1.0, so I had 9 kills, 9 deaths, and I just feel like every 3 seconds I was spawn and then get ready to respawn. I'm not good at multiplayer. That's why I play strictly zombies.
I love playing multiplayer. Just, I mean, yeah, the spawning and dying is gonna happen. I've kind of come to the conclusion. I mean, that's just gonna happen. The map I just been playing the past couple days is called Stakeout. It's literally 4 hallways. And then there's like a spot in the middle. So it's not very big. It is probably, I think, if it's not the smallest Call of Duty map that they've ever made, it's probably in the runnings for. Like it's smaller than Rust. Uh, I love that map. I like. It's just high energy. Like yeah, you're gonna be spawning in front of dudes. You're gonna be spawning behind dudes. Like you spawn in, you have to do a 360 to make sure that you're not being followed, and then you get one kill, turn around because there's going to be a person behind you. Like I don't know. It's definitely high action, and it's one of those. It's like there's so much going on that I really don't care that I'm dying because I know that I'm about to spawn in, and I could spawn right behind the whole team and wipe them all out. The one thing I will say about that map, though, is it is smokes, knives, and shotguns. And if you ain't using that, you might as well not even be playing because like the smokes in that map are crazy.
Because like I played 2 total games of multiplayer, and it loaded me into I'm not sure what the map is called. It's like the president's quarters or something. I have no somewhere like the White House maybe.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about, but I haven't. It's one of those. It's like if there's a weird playlist of like I don't know if I've played all the maps in the game even yet because I don't feel like all of the maps are in like specific. Like I was playing just domination for a while, and like I didn't know this stakeout map was even a thing. until I until I found the Stakeout 24/7 playlist. Then I'm like, oh, this is the greatest map of all time. Why didn't they play this? Put this in normal playlists. Um, but yeah, it's just weird because I feel like they're not putting all the maps in, or at least not in all of the playlists. So
Where I lost the match, one where I lost the match slightly worse. Nuketown, obviously, classic, so I had to go into it. Played one game of that, got absolutely eviscerated. I was like, all right, well, we'll try a different map. And like, there's Nuketown 24/7 or whatever.
yup.
And then I went to one other team deathmatch, and that's where the game was. And I don't know, are all the maps just really small?
It's they're definitely getting smaller, but there are some big maps. Like it's I think generally people enjoy the smaller maps because they enjoy the high action. And I think and don't quote me, but I as I see it, I think the Black Ops games, at least these last few, have been more arcadey. It's not the gritty realism that you're expecting from like Modern Warfare. I think this game has great colors. Like it's very like bright and like fun colors, and like the body rag dolls are crazy. I don't know if you've really even seen it. They show up in Zombies too, where you blow something up and the bodies start flying everywhere. Like I think this is kind of a silly Call of Duty game, honestly.
Yeah, I see that in zombies because I'm pretty good at zombies, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
in multiplayer, I'm the ragdoll.
yeah. Well, I mean, you were talking about zombies. How far have you made it, and have you like finished either of the Easter eggs, or have you like put much effort into it?
Yeah, I don't really go for Easter eggs when I play Call of Duty. I mean, this like Black Ops 2, which was probably my favorite one. Like I would finish those Easter eggs, but Black Ops 6, I'm not too sure on what to do for the Easter eggs. I usually just go for high rounds and high points. I believe the highest one I've gone, multiplayer wise, was 42, and then solo might have been like the high 30s. Uh, but yeah, Easter eggs I haven't finished one.
So I finished the Liberty Falls Easter egg, and then for rounds, I can't. I mean, I know for the Terminus map, I think my high round is like a 41, but that's because we were doing that stupid boat glitch where the zombies can't hit you. So we're kind of cheesing. So I mean, I can't really count that one. I'm not really sure what my high is without doing some cheese strategies. Um,
I guess yeah, I've been playing mostly Liberty Falls.
Old skibbity balls.
Oh yeah.
Well, to not to steer us off of Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is great and all, but I want to get into our chess game because I think now is about the time for it. All right, so let's play a friend. I'm going to turn my screen over just so we can see. I'm not going to play a chess game and not show everybody. We're going to block those notifications, and then we're going to play friend. Boop. And we want to play 5 minutes and send. Oh, see. All right. Starting classics.
I mean, I've been testing some new openings.
Oh gosh.
I'm usually pretty bad at doing that.
Oh, I've been testing. I can't say that I've been testing at all, but nope.
I don't know. Are you much of a free mover?
No, I can't really say I'm pre-moving, but I, I prefer not to get stream sniped, to be honest.
Oh yeah. I'm huge into like free moves, and then if
Ah, okay. Where are we moving now? I think we're going here. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Where are we going now? Oh, right here.
Like I said, we move so be it.
Ooh, okay. Too high. There we go there. There we go there, and then we do. Hmm. Hmm. Defend. Someone says that they hate chess. The libs hate chess. I don't even know what that means, but we love chess. Yeah, that's actually we play chess at Yu-Gi-Oh locals. Oh, fuck, that actually is a good move. Yeah, I mean, if that was gonna happen, I was gonna honor it too. Hmm. Where do we? Oh, yeah. Um. Hmm. Do I just keep pushing? Maybe. Hmm. I mean, okay, we could offer a draw here, but I mean, where's the fun in that? We ain't drawn. Oh gosh, all right. Exactly. All right, now what are we doing? Now that I've established that we could draw, at least not intentionally, not with stuff on the board. Okay. I know you do. Oh boy. Let's go here. Mm. Hmm. 5. All right. I've wasted enough time. I gotta make moves. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, you better move. Uh, uh, uh. What's up? Oh no! Fuck. God damn it. That's not where I wanted. No, you don't have to do you don't have to. I think I'll be fine. That's just so fucking stupid. Oh fuck. Okay. That's kind of where I'm like, I think I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I'm down time, and that's mm-mm-mm. Oh no, fuck. Shit. Pick a move, dude. Ah, fuck, that's not it. That, oh god, thank god. Thank god that, like, that is not the move. We're panicking right now. That's what we're doing. I'm on 16 seconds, brother. Watch me just blow this all too. I can't. I can't. Ah! Fuck. Come on. Come on. Damn it. All right, GG's. No, it's fine. It's one of those is like I spent my time thinking, and yeah, that's chess for you. All right. Well, as yeah, as you can see with my 251 ELO and my 3 blunders. Oh yeah, we can look at game review too because I have free game reviews. The more you play, the quicker moves will come to you. You played at 79%. I played at 74. We played it. Oh well. I mean, let me hit a refresh. Nope. Still says I played at 74. Says you played at 76. We both blundered twice. We both missed twice. Start review. Show me what I did wrong.
Yeah, mine shows one blunder, yours. I had 3 misses, 1 mistake, 2 inaccuracies, 0 brilliant moves though. Keep that.
Yeah, I'm watching the game play itself here on my side, so we can all see where it went wrong for me. It told me that I was like 900 and it said that you were like 11. I think is what it said. I don't know. Yeah, we played good. We played great. I won't say we're the best, but we played. That was so okay. Yeah. Speed chess is the best, honestly, because like you're just not gonna make these moves if you're getting to think about it. Oh my god. Oh man, it was. Yeah, and this is just the garbage time. I'm making moves to make moves. Yep. All right. Well, you got me there. We'll love to see it. I will get you next week. Your practice came in clutch.
Practicing taking an L.
All right. I feel much better. Getting a little bit of a mental break in. Getting to play a little bit of chess. That's cool. Well, moving on. We're gonna talk about sets now. Whether that, I mean, we have, I mean, I mentioned at the beginning we have a Pokemon set coming out, and then we have a Flesh and Blood set that I would like to talk a little bit about. So I know nothing about Pokemon, so if you have something special that you would like to talk about from this new Pokemon set, feel free to enlighten everybody.
Yeah, no. So I really only play Pokemon heavily casually. Obviously, like I judge our Pokemon locals, but I like to look at pretty card arts. And Surging Sparks, I believe is the name of the set. It's a pretty cool set. It's got a lot of cool cards in it. How meta relevant they'll be, I don't know. Because again, I'm not too in tune with the meta. I know there's a card in the deck though, or in the set that's called Era Orb. For any non-Pokemon players, it's a trainer card that's like it's an item that you can activate. You can play four of your decks up to four times a turn, and it will use it for a Pokemon that have a Era type, which is really unique because I would argue the best deck in the format right now is probably either Charizard or Dragapult. Or no, it's Terapagos. I forgot actually. And Terapagos is a Terra type Pokemon that I believe is also a basic. So you can essentially play if you play four Terapagos, four Terra Orb, Terra Balls, and four I believe it's Level Ball. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing 12 copies of your boss moves, or no, 16 copies of your boss moves. So in your 60 card deck, that card just swings for damage like it's nobody's business.
Well, it's cool that they're. I mean, it looks like a Pokemon ball, which I mean, yeah, it's kind of what you're doing with this. Is you're searching. Like, I mean, traditionally, Pokeballs are what you use to search Pokemon in the Pokemon TCG. So it's cool that they've found something that is. This is the Terra. I mean, this is the Pokeball that's going to let you find the Terra type, which I think that's cool. Um,
Usually you have to play an EV, which is discarding two cards to search for your Terra Pokemon. But this just it saves you resources, which is really nice.
well, and it still fits theme, like, and that's a big thing that I like with Pokemon is like if you're, I mean, not everything is going to be the same, but like all of the Pokeballs search stuff, so that's you can, if it's a Pokeball, you don't even have to read the effect, you know that that is going to be something that's going to search a Pokemon, and that's cool that it's not quite a Pokeball, but you're also not catching Terra type Pokemon, so it's cool that they found a way to still make it a Pokeball without being an actual Pokeball.
Yeah, yeah. This that's it's got a lot of gorgeous art cards with artwork though. Um, it's not really that expensive of a card, but it's a card that I really think looks good. Uh, it's my Lotic EX. I don't think the card is gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like around $80, which I say not expensive, but
That's,
the illustration art, it just looks so majestic. And you know my Lotic, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. From GMAX, which is also in here as an illustration rare.
oh my goodness, it's cool that like I mean yeah that's awesome. It's I like their like illustration arts because that's has that I mean has that taken the place of the Rainbow Rares, or are they still printing like the because like I mean that's one of those is like I haven't played in a ton. So like that's kind of like that was the high rarity when I was playing. So I mean, if that kind of like takes that place, I mean, yeah, I mean that card was like $200 when I was playing the game. So it's card I can only imagine now. I mean, actually, I mean it's a Charizard card. Let me look.
There's a card here. It's the Pikachu EX, and I guess like ungraded, just raw out of the pack. Supposedly, people are flinging that card around for $500.
500
Half of a stack,
got
$500.
damn.
This card is, unless I'm just mistaken, kind of dog water.
That's like what? Like why are I mean, it's rare and it's shiny. Yeah, I get it, but what? What are people doing? Oh my god. I'm
It has an attack that is 300 damage, but you need three different colored energies to do it.
yeah, that doesn't seem easy to do at all. So, well, yeah, it seems like a bad effect, but if it's a good looking card, then I definitely understand because I think Pokemon is definitely driven by the collectors.
Other cards in here, obviously, like illustration rares, they look really good. How competitive this set will be, I'm not too sure yet. I'm hoping to see this Saturday a couple people show up with different decks other than what has been the meta deck for the past couple months now. It's cool to see how like diverse Pokemon can be.
You're talking about this Milotech EX card?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just clicked on it on TCG Player, and it's $80 right now for the illustration. Yeah, that's crazy. It looks beautiful right now. 80, 80.
oh 80, okay. I was gonna say I thought it was like at the time I initially thought it was like 70. I assumed it would have gone up. Okay, yeah, 80.
Yeah,
Looks really good.
yeah, no, but yeah, I think Pokemon, yeah, well, part of it is like there's no siding and there's hard counters, so your water deck is gonna body. I mean, your fire deck is really gonna have to fight to beat a water deck. So and that I think that contributes more to the meta more so than anything. Like just because if a say this Milotech deck, if it's all water monsters, well, we're just gonna start pulling out thunder monsters and maybe those or those lightning cards, and maybe the deck isn't the best, but it's good against the best deck, so it gets value because it is good against the best deck. And I think,
And I mean for that deck like fighting or I'm not sure what the type you call it in Pokemon. If that becomes the best deck, will people see that? Oh, maybe grass weakling. Let me just make this infinite loop.
mhm.
That's why Pokemon like I could be wrong. I'm not the best competitive Pokemon TCG player. I just really like the artwork so far.
Yeah, the collectors and just because the artwork is so sick. I mean, I'm still looking at this Milotech. It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
So,
If you look for the Feebas, you can actually see that
oh,
under the water, essentially where Milotic is jumping and coming from.
all right, Feebas.
It's pretty.
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, they made the. This looks awesome. Like the water looks dirty. Like this Feebas is. I can't read what it says on the card, but I mean, it this looks like a cool Pokemon card. I mean, this is sick.
Yeah, it's pretty top water, but it's really good looking.
You need it to play your Milotech. So
This one right here.
Well, was there any, like, I mean, I see these cards. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with the Pokemon sets?
Nothing really that I can think of.
Nothing this week, anyway. If there's something special next week, we can always hit it again next week. Because I mean, they're not. I mean, we're not. Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic are kind of in that weird spot where they are actually printing cards every other week, so it's kind of hard to keep up with those games. But I mean, we're into Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic. We're casually into with Magic with our sorry with Magic. I'm casually into it. So if a card comes out, I'll probably find out like a 3 to 4 months later, and then I'll talk about it. If there's some cool, I mean, there are some cool Marvel cards coming out for Magic, and that's cool. Like, yes, so I don't know if you've been seeing the Marvel cards; those are real. But how it works is there was a secret layer, so you had to buy the cards directly from WotC, and then it's also not to demand. They're not printing to demands. They are printing out of like a limited quantity. So getting the cards are ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know why they chose to do this with the Marvel set being, Marvel is such a big IP. They were like, ha ha ha, we're going to get the collectors with this one. We're going to make Captain America hard to get. We're going to get these guys. And then all the bots bought all this stuff and they're like, we won. Ha ha. We sold out all of our Marvel cards. And then they look online and everybody's upset because these fucking bots bought all these stupid cards. Yeah, it's a kind of a mess. So I think he got a card actually. Let me double check, but Magic, uh, Doctor Strange. I think he did get a card. Maybe not. Maybe. Well, I typed in Magic. Maybe I should actually type in MTG because maybe he did get a card. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm lying. I'm lying. I mean, yeah, he had Benedict Cumberbatch play Doctor Strange, so I wouldn't quite say that he's small time. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I think that all of the cards I'm looking at are proxies. However, there are a ton of different proxies of him. So if we want to print something off for you, we can set it up so you can play Doctor Strange. We can do that. We can set that up. No issues.
Small relation. They printed a soul ring in this set, where it's Iron Man's heart is whatever the core is. I can't remember what it's called. His arc reactor.
Okay.
Yeah, it just nice.
I'm looking at it right now. Just a second. Iron Man. Oh, yeah, that is cool. And they also created an Inventors Fair to go with that, so you can find it, and that's cool, too. Yeah, so Magic cards. Magic cards are cool. Print more Magic cards and stop gatekeeping them, and actually make them easy to get, and maybe stop printing so many of them in a year so we can actually collect them. Because, like, Jesus Christ. It's like every 2 weeks they have more cards. It's like, bro, I can't keep up. But as for games that are not printing cards every other week, Flesh and Blood has a set coming out in I think this is a January set, so it's not until next year. But this is going to be a set that I am going to be excited for because in the set, a quick more rehashing Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood's a hero-based game, so it's in the slightest bit like Commander. Instead of like you can only play specific colors, this is a class-based game, so ninjas can only play ninja cards, warriors can only play warrior cards, and then there's a pool of generic cards that you can play. Well, this is specifically a Ninja Warrior Assassin set, and I play a ton of Assassin. So this is going to be a great set for me specifically. I'm expecting a whole bunch of new cards. However, I don't really think that we have a ton of like stuff shared about the set yet. They have said lore-wise that the first assassin in the game, in the lore, he had killed the Emperor. And now this set is the Emperor's, I believe, children are coming back to find that assassin. So the lore behind it's really cool. Hopefully we get a whole bunch of cool cards to go with this. They have announced that we're getting a couple daggers, which is, I mean, weapons that we can use every turn. But once I see more about this set, I will definitely be showing off more of it. But as it sits right now, there's really not much that we know, because this is obviously a January set and it's still a couple months away.
Lore, but decks, not decks, card games is such a cool thing. I like when they do like touchbacks to previous things, like obviously Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, has so much lore in it. Yu-Gi-Oh, just like silly lore, like the Gaga Gigo Gaga Giga.
Mm-hmm. We just hit 5 years. Yeah.
They're willing to go back and like, oh yeah, you remember the first assassin? Here's more depth.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's well, as far as I know, I haven't really dug too deep into the lore. But from what I understand, it did not start out very strong lore wise. Like, it was a very like, this is a card game, and yeah, there are reasons for the cards, but do you care? Now there is at least a writing team to give you good stories behind the cards, and it's cool. Like, it's cool to like really like get in and like make it. I'm gonna say make it make sense, but give it a reason why. Like, obviously, giving us new Arachne cards, which is the assassin. Yeah, everybody wants more Arachne cards. Everyone wants more assassin cards, because I think as it sits right now, assassin has the least amount of cards. But not only giving us more cards, but giving us a reason why. That's so cool. And I completely skipped over the I just wanted to talk about the hunted set so much. I completely skipped over that we are getting a new hero this month, I believe. I think it comes out this month anyway. In Jarl. And Jarl is going to be a very big hero for this our meta specifically. I'm going to say our meta, but I think for the meta in general, just because it's going to be a slower pace deck and it's going to force opponents to play a little bit slower, which I think the game needs. As it sits right now, they have elements in the game. And currently, I don't believe that there are any ice heroes, and then this is an ice hero. So he's gonna hopefully slow the game down, at least to a point where it's not people taking 30 plus damage in a turn, or forcing 30 plus damage in a turn. I mean, and calling back again, he this character Jarl here, this is the new guardian, new ice hero. He's on older cards, so he's not like a new hero in the lore. But we are finally getting heroes from older cards. So, I mean, that too, in the same effect where it's like getting older cards or getting lore for older cards. This is cool too, where you're seeing heroes before they come out, and the hero matches, I won't say all of his cards, but the cards that he's on will go in his deck. Like, he is the card Mangle. He is the card, or he is the hero on the card. And not only does he search Mangle in your deck, he is, like I said, on the card, but he also is part of the game plan. Like, you are going to want to put Mangle in your deck. So, like, that's cool. Like, that's what I'm looking for. not looking for the deck to build itself. Like, I don't want 50 Azuri only cards in my deck where I can only play those cards in Azuri. But I like that you're giving decks identities. Like, you're this card is so good in this deck because the cards go along with that hero. It's cool to see. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's and then like I said, I think he's going to be good. I definitely know he's going to see play here at locals, or at least here at our locals. Just because I've not only heard about it since his actual release, just in general, the locals that we play at, not only do we have Guardian players, we have a lot of Ice players that were like, I've been just itching to play Ice cards, and now we have an Ice hero. So I can guarantee that I will be playing against this hero a whole bunch, and hopefully, if I can't figure it out now, hopefully in January when we get this hunted set, I am going to be living, because I don't know. I'd love to get some assassin cards, but I'm would love to be able to combat this great new hero that we're getting and all this new ice stuff that we're getting. As winter is coming. Okay. Are you looking to do the same thing consistently over and over again? Are you looking to push max damage? Are you like, as a person who has transitioned from solely playing Yu-Gi-Oh to someone who's pretty, I won't say heavy into Flesh and Blood, but that is more along the lines of the game I want to be playing. It's hard to really compare because Flesh and Blood is not like any other game that I've played. Like, it is so different. Um, the say no, you're fine. You're
Control is okay. Stun, not my thing. Burn, not my thing. Like I want to just combo as much as possible. It's flesh and blood.
Yeah. I won't say that it's anywhere near Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's not. Decks really aren't searching things, and it's very few decks that are. Uh, However, I do think maybe Ninja is the way you'd want to go, because I think that that cards on them literally have the word combo. So the idea is you're attacking with, let's say, head jab. So you're sending head jab at somebody. Well, the next card in your hand could say combo. If head jab was the last card you attacked with, this gets +2 and gains go again, which means you can just attack again. So I think Ninja might actually be what you're looking for like a combo deck. I'm not sure it's specifically on the Ninja card pool, but we did just get Ira, and Ira was the first hero ever printed in the game. And it was for Blitz, if I'm not mistaken, because we just got the adult version. I'm going to say adult version. The young version is like the Blitz format, and then the adult version is going to be your big boy constructed format. So we had the Blitz version forever ago, but now we have the adult version of Ira. And I think I'm not going to say it's the best Ninja, but I definitely think that it has merits. It's definitely a very good deck. And I think that might be what you would want to at least start with. I think Ninja is a good place to start too, just because all your cards say go again. So you effectively use your whole hand, and it's not that you don't block, but it's the times you want to block are a lot less than the times you do want to block.
I'd be down to look into.
Yeah.
I might like ninjas.
I mean, yeah. And you always have Bryce as a resource too, and Bryce might say something different. But I think Ninja is a good, at least not only a good place to start playing the game, but I think Ninja is also very strong. So I think you would enjoy playing it. Well, I think we've been going now for a little over an hour, so I think we're going to wrap this up and save some save some content for next week. Bader, do you have anything that you want to say before we wrap up?
Just thanks to everyone who's watching and listening. I appreciate you all. I'm sure they really do. I appreciate that as well.
I honestly cannot say enough how much I appreciate not only people listening, people watching, people liking and commenting, like, yeah, all that stuff. It means so much to me, but even like just coming to me and telling me, hey, I watched your stuff. I watched that video. Watch my face light up when you say something like that. Like it means the world to me to have people on the other side of the screen. Just honestly, like, it means a lot to me that you're here with me, Bader. And we just sat here a whole another hour and we just chatted it out. We didn't even get to talk about floodgates, so maybe we'll talk about the floodgates next week. Well, we didn't want to talk about that this week. We want to at least save that. We put that on the back burner, and hopefully the far away one, because we don't want to talk about it. And to keep us from talking about floodgates, I'm going to say a couple of last words of, please support your locals. And as for Bader and myself, we will see you next week. Bye.